All right, everybody. So I'm getting a lot of questions about Airbnb and short-term rentals today. So we're going to go over all of that and hopefully you'll understand it a little bit better. And let's dive in. So the first thing I want to tell you is that we're in Southern Nevada. You're always going to be in Clark County pretty much, unless you're in Nye or Lincoln. But the other part is that you also have a city or a local municipality to deal with, like the city of Las Vegas, the city of Henderson, or the city of North Las Vegas. And so the first thing I want to say is to come to Clark County because the county has the main rules and then the cities layer their rules on top of it. And so it talks about this assembly bill or AB 363 that was passed in 2021, and it's to kind of adopt a sort of guidelines for all of the people to take on. And what I like about it is it has the bill right here where you can read the entire thing. And then here's the ordinances where you can read up a little bit more. I'll open that. And then here's a survey and understanding short-term rental ordinances here. So this is by far the most helpful website in terms of the county. But then on top of it, so I guess the first question would be like, well, what's the county's rules? So right here is the actual assembly bill. I think I got it right here as well. So what you're seeing is all of the recorded, the bill, the recording, time of recording. Then it goes over the terms that are listed here. Then it goes into explain the actual like findings and then the definitions. And then most importantly, you actually get down to the bread and potatoes here, limitations on the short term. So established, there should be a minimum of one short term lease available. Here's licenses, business or personal, for all personal eligible per blah, blah, blah. Um, Ineligible property owners, people who can't own, and then ineligible residential units. So first of all, the town of Mount Charleston, Moapa, anything Moapa, Mesquite, Bunkerville are not allowed. Apartment buildings, not allowed. You go, call, I want to get a multifamily, I want to get a fourplex. It says that no more than 10% can be used for this purpose. So you'd have to buy a 10plex and then you'd be allowed to rent one room out, one suite out of it, which would be 10% of the overall dwelling units there. Multifamily dwelling, so you can't really do Airbnb for multifamily or a twoplex or fourplex. Common interest communities that don't allow it. You can't be within 2,500 feet of a hotel or an already existing hotel, and then 1,000 feet of any other short-term rental property that already has a license from their property line. Safe, habitable, and then it's like, what else do I need? You need to list the number of the rooms, has to be the same as the ones on the room records, street address, the name of the people, name of local representatives for the people to call. You have to do your application fee. You also have to carry a $500,000 insurance fee. And then as a part of it, you have to do the application. Here's some of the rules on that. But furthermore, in here, it explains that you actually have to uh, account to them all of your bookings and everything. Here's your annual fees. If you have 3 or fewer bedrooms, 750. If you have 3 or more bedrooms, 1,500. Um, I want to find that specific spot for you. And this is going to be a long video, so if you have to, that's fine. There's restrictions on rentals, 2 people per bedroom, no more than 10 units. Multiple bookings are prohibited. Short term for the person's the same licensee, blah, blah, blah. Duties, here we go. Um, have to have a local representative, and then you're required. Here's my favorite section right here. You're required to report monthly. It says monthly, submit a monthly report for the number of bookings, listings, licenses, leases for the month, average number of bookings, current year-to-date booking value, current year-to-date revenue collected, average length of rental, booking value per rental, length per stay per address, number of all the platforms you're using to list it to rent on. Educational materials are required. You have to fill out and do a pamphlet, continuously post your notice of short-term rental unit. So there's a lot that goes on to the county. So if you're living in unincorporated Clark County, then that's fine too. There's a lot of options there. So that's just Clark County. I used to have a map that we would show that would illustrate. Oh, oh, I guess I can't preview that large, but it used to illustrate where was the cities. Let me see if I can blow this up. Sorry, I tried to open it and it didn't work earlier. And then let's open that up now and see what we can see here. Oops. Here we are. So if you're wondering, well, how do I know where is what and what is where? Everything in yellow here is the actual tax township of the city of Las Vegas. There's even holes in it, contiguous holes missing out of it too. And then right here is the city of North Las Vegas. That's in pink. And then down here is the city of Henderson. So the majority of Las Vegas is actually considered unincorporated Clark County. So all these rules would be what you're subject. So technically you'd have the least amount of rules here. Another thing that's important to understand is you cannot have an HOA that doesn't allow it. Most HOAs allow 30 days or more, so you could rent monthly, but they don't often allow for less than 30 days. And that's why you also need to check on. So if you're near Clark County, you need to make sure there's no HOA. Now imagine if you have an HOA that has rules on short-term rentals, you're in the city of Las Vegas or North Las Vegas, and then on top of it, you have the counties. You have like the HOA's rules, the city's rules, and the county's rules. See how it stacks up. So that's pretty much how it goes. So let's go ahead and continue to dive in on the city of Las Vegas. So here you are, you're actually taking a look at it. So you're looking at my mug the whole time I was trying to explain it. Here's the actual city of Las Vegas. Here's the city of North Las Vegas. And here is Henderson. And then that's Boulder City down there in purple. And then everything else that you're seeing is really unincorporated Clark County. So that's what we were showing. Now let's go on and move to the city of Las Vegas. So the city of Las Vegas. And by the way, people are like, this stuff's constantly changing, Kyle. I hear that things are changing all the time. AB 363 happened and went into action pretty much last year. And then this form I'm going to show you from the actual city of Las Vegas is from 11/8/22. So right now it's February. This thing's like 3 months old. It's brand new pretty much. So this is the application for the city of Las Vegas. There's a lot of rules in here too. One of them that you'll notice that stares out is that they are prohibited in the following master plan areas. Summerlin. So right now, anyone who's asking if you can Airbnb in Summerlin, no, you cannot. The master planned community of Summerlin and Sun City Summerlin do not allow for it. Also, Town Center, Sky Canyon, Cliffs Edge, which is right next to Summerlin, Symphony Park, Grand Canyon Village, Las Vegas Medical District, and Providence Square. Short-term rental. So check this out. In the city of Las Vegas, did you know this? It literally says, pay attention to me here, it says that you have to be owner occupied. Let's read that again right here. It says must be owner occupied. And it actually goes on to explain that more right here. It says, who qualifies as an owner? Owner includes any person who is listed on the owner of the record of the unit of the records of the county assessor, or the case of the unit that is owned by a trust or an LLC or whatever. Then it says, what does it mean owner occupied? And it says a dwelling qualifies as an owner occupied during each period the unit is rented. Only the owner continues to reside at the unit throughout the rental period. The dwelling unit is the owner's primary residence. Here's the code for it, the enforcement code for it. So if your Airbnb is in the city of Las Vegas, it says that you're supposed to be the owner of record and supposed to be living there, whether you're there 6 months out of the year and that qualifies as your full-time living here or not. Just want to keep that ahead so everyone understands. It can't be 600 feet from another residence or 2,500 from a hotel. Have no more than 3 bedrooms. So remember, Clark County is like you can do 2 people per room up to 10 rooms, 20 people. Whereas this one's like you can do 2 people per room, but only up to 3 rooms. So you're not even able to get the monster house where you Airbnb for 20 of your friends and 10 couples come rent. Doesn't work that way. And then, of course, the location allows for. And then if the residence does not meet the standards for conditions of use, they cannot be waived. If you do not meet these, there is no waiving. There's no special use. There's no grandfathering on that. It doesn't matter. So then it keeps going on. Person who purports financial ownership interest of the property at the same time, at least 25%. Oops, I moved a little too fast. Has been established as a person's means of documenting duly recorded property records. 2 persons per bedroom, 6 people at any given time. Number of children is fine under age of 12, doesn't matter. And then they're going to do an inspection. So you have to have smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, carbon monoxide detectors. My favorite one is that there's a requirement that you have a camera. In the city of Las Vegas, it's required that you have a forward-facing street camera recording at all times. Fire extinguishers, monoxide, seismic provisions on the water heater, drain waste traps, electrical boxes have to be all covered in nice fashion, has to be in good standing access, pay in advance. Go ahead and read this. Like, I couldn't even summarize this quickly because there's so much information here. And then here's the actual short-term rental affidavit so you can apply. And then here's the municipal codes for it. There's a copy of your photo ID, floor plan, and bedrooms of the living spaces must be turned in. And that's pretty much that one. Um, let's see, posted evacuation routes as per the county. By the way, I'm back on the county right here on Clark County, just going through more of their stuff. So here it is. It was the county that required it. Apologies, want to make sure I'm clear about that. Security camera. Each licensee must install a functioning street forward-facing capable camera with video surveillance, and you have to save those records for up to 60 days. And county enforcement can use it at any time they want within 48 hours notice. You have to accurate bookkeeping that gets turned into the department for the compliance with this code. Required placards have to be done. And real quick, before I get rid of the I'm going back to the city one real quick on the top of it. If you have any questions, you can just come in here and ask zoning and planning. And then there's also a complaint hotline if you're upset that someone else is doing what you think is a wrong Airbnb, you can go ahead and complain there. But anyways, back to this. This is pretty much all on fully fenced gated properties. Placard must be affixed to the gate. You have to have noise monitoring devices. Each licensee must install noise monitoring devices at the property line in the front, as well as the vicinity of the indoor pool. In order for you to pass to get your license, you have to do all these things. This is the compliance section. Here's your advertising rules. Here's your prohibited conduct. But anyways, so let's go ahead and leave Las Vegas and move over one more city, the famous, by the way, here's a 20-page Clark County short-term rental handout from 2022 that explains 3 bedrooms. This just goes over some of the demographics. 52% of people viewed the presence of short-term rentals in their neighborhood negatively. But before I do that, I actually wanted to see if I could find the ordinance information for, there we go. So this is the ordinance information for the city of Henderson. So Henderson has its own stuff and its own things. This one says in Henderson, you can have a maximum of 20 occupants, 10 people, 18 years in age or older as an adult. So they allow you to have more in Henderson. Domestic employees have shifts that they can't work later than 10 or earlier than 6 p.m. Here's all the requirements. There's a lot, but very similar to the other ones. Contiguous and working. Live work units shall be not located in single family. Live work. Not a lot of live working is allowed. And then drive-through windows are prohibited. No businesses or professional offices can be used inside or nearby art studios, retail centers, personal services such as photography studios. So they don't want you to, any sexually oriented businesses, obviously. Cosmetology, can't do hair at your Airbnb. There's a lot of information here. What's a multiple dwelling? Senior housing. So anyways, take your time to go over it. Just wanted to summarize what we have in town for everyone who wants a fresh update for 2023 on what's going on in Las Vegas, Clark County, and Henderson for Airbnbs and short-term rentals. Again, that's homes for 31 days or less pretty much that are being rented for like 6 days at a time, like a hotel or Seagull Suites or something. So Give me any questions you have, and that's pretty much the end of it. Thanks.